Friday morning, everyone. TJ here for your 8:30 metabolic conditioning class. This is week 2 of pretty much phase 13. So today is an upper push, lower pull day, and you'll just need a variety of weights. So let's get started. So starting off with pillar preparation. Pretty much, I just want you to go into child's pose really quick. So sitting back onto those heels and your face down and your hands are overhead. Nice job. And I want you to walk it over to your left. And I want you to walk it over to your right. Again, just stretching out the low back before we begin. And then walk it back to the center. And now we're going to get into that mini Sphinx where you are laying on your, well, pretty much you're just laying on your belly, but you're kind of propped up on your elbows. I'll scoot back a little bit, so hopefully you see that a little better in the video. So we're just stretching out the core. And again, if you want, you could always push through and be on your hands just to get a little bit more of a stretch. So whether you're on your elbows or you're on your hands, whichever one you decide. All right. So now we're going to move into an oblique crunch. So we're going to lie onto our side. And I want your body straight. And so I just have my knees bent just so you can see them in the camera. But we're just going to pretty much take our left hand, place it behind our head. We're doing the left side. And we're just lifting up off the ground. All right, ready? Go. So we're just roughly doing 10. And then we'll switch and we'll do the other side. 3, 2, 1. Like I said, just roughly doing 10, which was probably more like 12. All right, so we're going to do the other side. So my right hand is behind my head, just lying on my side. And I'm not pulling on my head. It's pretty much where the shoulder, just, that shoulder lying on the ground is just barely coming off the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. So let's go into Superman's. So the last time it was just the feet or the legs that were coming up off the ground like so. This time we're just going to do the hands. So hands are going to be out overhead and we're going to raise, back down, raise, back down. All right. So just keep the feet flat on the floor. Ready? Go. So just lifting that upper body and those arms. If it makes it a little too challenging to have your hands kind of out in front of you, you could just keep them by your side and you're just pretty much lifting your chest off the floor, squeezing through your glutes. So that way you feel it through the low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I want you to child's pose again. And then we're going to move on to movement prep. So prepping the rest of the body for what we will be doing today. All right. And so pretty much I just want you to stay on, so be on your hands and knees. And I want your feet for your knee shoulder width apart and your hand shoulder width apart. And I just want you to rock back. So it's not a child's pose, but just rocking back and then rocking forward, rocking back, rocking forward. So pretty much like when you're back over your hands, you'll kind of feel that stretch through like the bottom part closest to the wrist. And then when you sit back and you're kind of feeling that stretch within the inner thigh. And if it helps, you could actually take your knees out a little bit wider and kind of angle them out so that you're kind of making the letter V with your legs. So sitting back, forward, rocking forward, sitting back, and rocking forward. All right. All right. So the next one that we are going to do is for pretty much like the shoulder stuff. So it's just this rotation. And so I want your arms, again, 90 degrees like a goalpost. And I want you, I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So I want you to keep your elbows in a fixed position, move your hands as far back as you can. And then I still want you to rotate, rotate, rotate as far as to what is possible to you. And then rotate back up, still keeping your elbows in that locked position and moving that hand far back as you can. And then rotate, move that hand downward. And then rotate back up as far as you can. And then back down. Give me one more. Last one. Nice job. All right. So still on the ground. We're now going to get into this tabletop position. So pretty much I want you in a tabletop plank. I just want you to squeeze through your glutes. And I just want you to raise the knee. Still squeezing through your glutes. We're not moving really fast. It's not cardiovascular. It's just moving. Nice job. So I have one last exercise that we will do for this particular round. We will do it again the second time. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so for this last and final exercise, I want you to stand and I want you to, not everybody can grab their toes, but if you could grab at least like, let's say mid calf, I want you to squat back and then straighten your legs, squat back, straighten your legs. If you can grab your toes and do this, excellent. If you are not able to go as far down, just do what you can. So even if it's a half squat, straighten the legs, squat, straighten the legs. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so going back down onto the floor again, and we're going to do the hip, the thing that we were doing earlier, where pretty much I told you to make like a V with your legs. And so this time your knees are a little wider than your hands. But again, sit back, lean forward, sit back. Again, feeling that stretch through the inner thigh. Forward, sit back. Nice job. So this is the last round for movement prep. And then we will move on to the next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so moving into that shoulder rotation. So again, make that 90-degree, kind of like someone made a touchdown. So again, elbows in lock position, move your hands as far back as you can, rotate them down as far as you can, move it up, move it down. Nice job. So the next exercise is that tabletop with the march. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so now moving to that tabletop. So again, instead of being on your hands and knees face down, you are now on your hands and feet facing up. And remember, we're marching. Nothing big, just moving the legs, squeezing through the glutes, keeping that body straight as best as you can from shoulder, hip to knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, one last and final one is back to that squat and straighten the legs, squat, straighten the legs. So remember, like I said, with your hands, you could grab your mid calf and just do this exercise. Otherwise, you could grab your toes. So last one, go. Nice job. Again, just moving. Almost there. After this, we'll get a drink of water really quick and we will move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so let's get a drink of water really quick. We'll move into the ESD or the cardio portion. All right, so we're going to start off with air jump ropes. Because I am the worst at actually jumping rope, I like to do it without one. All right, ready? So just jumping up and down. Ready? Go. Nice job. Keep going. So we're going to do 3 rounds for 30 seconds. We'll rest for 10 and then on to the next one. Nice job. And the next one is going to be jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. Rest for 10 seconds. So remember, jacks, you could either step and touch or be a little more dynamic. All right, ready, go. Great job, everyone. Keeping the core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So the next one is pretty much you're going to step forward and back. All right. So it's kind of like you're running in place, but you're just kind of staying in your own little box. All right. Ready? Go. So just running forward and back. And again, imagine your box, your square. Nice job. Keep going. So we're going to do 2 more rounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So remember for the next round, it's back to that air jump rope. So again, no jump rope involved. Ready? Go. Nice job. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest for 10 seconds. So it's just the jacks. This is the next one. Get ready. Go. Nice job. So the next one is that running forward, running back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So rest for 10 seconds. So remember, forward and back. Ready? Go. After this, one more round of the ESD, aka cardio. Nice job. Come on. And then we will move into that strength portion. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So one last time for that air jump rope. And then we'll move on to the next. Ready? Go. Great job. And again, if the bouncing, the lifting of the feet, especially where they barely leave the ground, if it's too much, you could just move where you keep your toes on the ground and you're just lifting the heel off the floor. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Especially if it starts to become too much, whether it's for your ankles or your knees. All right. Okay, jacks, ready, go. And again, if all that jumping up and down is too much, you could step and touch if you need to take out the jump part of the jacks. Keep going. We got one last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So reminder is running forward and back. Ready? Last one. Go. Nice job, everyone. After this, we'll get a drink of water. And then we're going to start with the upper body push. Three, 2, 1. All right. Get a drink of water. All right. So for the upper body push, I want you to grab, maybe a lighter dumbbell or a medium dumbbell. I want your hands facing out. You're standing with your feet shoulder width apart. And what I want you to do with your hands by your side is just raise it straight up to where your arm is parallel to the floor, and then back down, and then back up and back down. So your hand is facing up, not down. All right, so palm up. Ready? Go. And just to let you know, for this upper body push, you will actually need like a chair or a couch or a coffee table for the dips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So still hanging on to those same sort of dumbbells. Right now, I want your hands facing your thigh, your outer thigh, feet shoulder width apart, moving out to where your arm is parallel to the floor this time, and my hands are face down, and then back down, and back out, and back up. All right, ready? Go. So where arms are parallel. So that first exercise was like a different kind of chest exercise. This exercise is for the outside part of the shoulder, or the middle part of the shoulder, what's on the side of the shoulder and not the front, not the back. Great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so this is where that chair or that couch or coffee table are going to come in handy. So we're going to do a dip. You could do it on the floor too. Pretty much if you were on the floor and you're kind of in this semi kind of tabletop position, you would kind of bend your arm down where your hip drops to the floor and then push up, back down, back up. Otherwise, if you have access to a chair, use that. All right, ready? Go. So I have my knees or my feet are flat on the floor and my legs are at 90 degrees, which is the easiest version of a dip because you can push through your heels to get some leverage or get some help, versus if you were to actually do like a straight leg, or if you straighten your legs and you do that dip. 3, 2, 1. All right, so stand up. And so when you dip, you're pretty much just dipping to where it's about 90 degrees as you come down, and then you push and you straighten. All right. Okay, so let's go back to that dumbbell raise where the hands are facing up and you raise parallel to the floor or horizontal. All right, ready, go. So if you had a lighter dumbbell and you want to make it a little more challenging, grab the next size up. So remember, hands are facing up as I move my arm parallel or horizontal to the floor. Nice job. So it's a little bit of that front shoulder. It's a little bit of the chest. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. If you want to drop down just a little bit and wait for the next one, which is that side raise with the shoulders, get ready, go. Nice job. So remember, arms come out to the side, parallel to the floor. If it becomes too much with both arms, you can alternate one arm at a time. Just remember, it takes you a little longer than that 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. So remember, for that dip, you could do it on the floor. You may not be able to travel down as far, but remember, you're straightening the arm as you push up, so you feel it through the back of the arm or the tricep. Otherwise, use a chair, coffee table, or couch. Ready? Go. If you're looking for that challenge, remember I said you could straighten your legs. And as you go down, it's like you're kind of keeping your backside or your butt close to the seat or closer to the edge of the coffee table or the couch. If your hip is too far away, you might notice a little pressure in that shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Shake it out for a moment. One last round of those 3 exercises, and then we're going to move to the lower body. All right, get ready. So remember, hands face out, and they're by your side, and you're lifting parallel to the floor. Ready? Go. Keeping that core engaged. Nice job. Come on. Last one, or last exercise for this round. After this, we got 2 more, and then we move on to lower. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So I'm going to turn, face you, and we're doing that side raise. So now the hands are facing the side of the body. Ready, go. So again, if you need to change your weight, change your weight. Otherwise, you could go single arm. If it becomes too much, keep going. If the shoulders start to get too tired, just kind of shake it out for a moment. Reset. Give me a couple more. Shake it out. Give me a couple more. I know the upper body starts getting tired. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so last one of the dip. So back to the chair or the floor. Get ready. Go. So again, bent knee, pushing through the heels. As you push up is the easiest versus a straight leg. Even if it was just one leg, it's a little bit more challenging that way. Just remember, good form. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Get a drink of water. Shake out that upper body. And we will move on to the lower. Hopefully everyone is doing well. All right. So I'll show without weights for this next exercise because it's a single leg. So pretty much I want your left toe on the ground behind you, and then just that right foot is right underneath you. I just want you to reach down like you're stretching out the back of your leg, and then back up, and then back down, and back up. So just a soft bend in the knee, and I'm moving down, and I'm moving up. All right, ready? Go. So we'll try it without weight, but remember it's just that back left toe is just on the ground. Otherwise, if you want to hover it or float it off the floor, so it's a single leg RDL, just be careful. It requires some balance, some good ankle stability. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So we're going to switch. So now the right toe is going to be behind me, or that right leg is going to be behind me with the toe on the ground, and the left foot is pretty much underneath me. Same thing. All right. So stable ankle, slowly feeling it out as you reach down. Ready? Go. So again, you can keep that right toe on the ground, or you can float it off the floor a little bit. Now, when you think of your hips, you want to make sure that you keep them level. So with my hand, how I have it, it's level or horizontal with the floor. I don't want to be tilting my hip out because I'm going to feel it a little differently. So keeping that hip level. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so now we're going to move on to the floor. And this is the next one that we are going to do. All right, so we're going to get into this side, this lateral bridge. And I just want you to raise your leg. That's all I want you to do. So it's just a hold of that side bridge and raising the leg. All right, ready, go. So moving the hip or moving that leg up and down. I'm just going to shift a little bit just so I'm not hitting the arm of my couch. So it can be challenging. And if you need to, you can bend that bottom knee if you feel it in your low back, or if it's a little too challenging to do in general. And still holding that side bridge and raising the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Go. So it's pretty much, again, this side bridge. So it's like a little bit of core, but because you're moving that right leg up and down, you start feeling it within that outer hip. And if it becomes too much, just let that leg rest for a moment and then do it again. So these are the 2 exercises that we are doing for lower body. 3, 2, 1. All right, stand back up, but be careful when you do, just so you don't get dizzy. All right, so remember, it's back to this left leg behind, and that left toe is on the floor. If you want to try it with a very light dumbbell, grab one. All right, ready? Go. So again, you could keep that toe, that left toe on the floor, or you could float it a little bit as you start to raise that back leg off the floor, which we're not doing today, but we will over the course of this week 13. It starts getting harder and it tests your balance. 3, 2, 1. All right. So if you were holding that dumbbell in your right hand, I now want you to switch to your left hand. And so now that right toe is back behind you and you're just going down. Remember, bending from the hip, keeping the back flat and keeping that hip level. All right. Or parallel to the floor. Ready? Go. Just be careful of your balance. If you need to hang on to something, I am fine with that. Especially in the beginning. But remember, we want to always improve, even if it's small steps. Nice job. Come on. So bending from the hip, keeping that core engaged. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Set that dumbbell down. Move to the floor. Let's do that side bridge. Hold with that abduction of that top leg. All right. So remember, Bottom leg closest to the ground can be bent if you need it. Ready, go. So it's just a small raise of the leg. It's nothing big. I'm not asking you to raise it as high as you can. So again, feeling it through that right outer thigh, or maybe it's the left outer thigh, whichever side you were on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, flip it over. Doing the other side. Now remember, you could stack your feet. You could do this exercise. It definitely does become more challenging. Totally up to you. Ready, go. So number 2. After this, we got one last round. Now try to keep your body as straight as you can, especially if you stack your feet. You start noticing that your hip starts to drop down, and it especially gets harder that way. And so I'm going to modify just so I'm able to do this correctly. Keeping that foot pointing in front of you and not towards that ceiling, and keeping the body straight from shoulder, hip to knee or heel. 3, 2, 1. All right, so one last. Just careful as you stand up. So just one last of that single RDL. I don't know about you, but my hips are on fire, which is why I'm out of breath. All right, so last one. So grabbing the dumbbell. So right hand for the right leg, or left hand for the left leg, whichever leg you're on. Ready, go. After we make it through this round, these last 2 exercises, for round 3, we'll just run through stretches. So remember, bending from the hip, keep the back flat, keeping that dumbbell underneath you and close to that leg, and keeping that hip parallel to the floor. And remember, not tilting it up, especially when you go down. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. So left hand, grabbing the dumbbell for the left leg, or vice versa. Ready, go. So remember, floating that back toe, or keeping that toe on the floor. And remember, just kind of staying within the midline or that center line of your body. So again, that line that kind of cuts you in half between your right side, your left side. Nice job, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, moving to the floor. One last of this side bridge with the abduction of the leg. So that leg that moves outward. All right, ready, go. One last time. You got this. Finish strong. So again, keeping that body straight. Just moving that leg up and down a little bit. Feeling it in the outer thigh. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Last and final exercise before we stretch. Get ready. Go. Just remember good form. I know as we start to get tired, that hip wants to drop down. I notice it when I'm doing it. So I just pause and rest and reset and then go again. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. So let's come up onto our knees. And even though we didn't stretch out, or even though we didn't do back, I want your knees together. And my left arm is going to be on the floor or on the back of my calf. And I'm just leaning. Pretty much it's like I'm just trying to stretch kind of through this right oblique a little bit with the right hip. So just reaching over, right arm, reaching over to the left. Now left arm, reaching over to the right. Remember keeping those knees together. And my right hand is on the back of my right calf or the floor. Nice job. All right, still sitting, or now sitting on your bottom. Hands behind you, acting like we were catching some sun in a lot warmer area than 3 degrees, but sticking that chest out. Nice job. Back onto the knees really quick. I want your left hand flat on your back, and I want your right hand grabbing your left elbow and just stretching out the back of that left tricep from all those dips. Excellent job. Second to last stretch. Do the other side with the tricep. So right hand flat on your back. Left hand is grabbing that right elbow. The last and final one, just transition to where you're standing up and just reaching for your toes and keeping your back flat the best that you can. Nice job, everyone. All right, so at noon is Express Abs with me. Otherwise, March Madness is the newer check-in program at 701 Fitness. So pretty much you just scan your badge and you're kind of automatically put in. There's no sign up for that, and that starts March 1st, just like our new hours starts March 1st. So Tuesday, 6:30 to 6 p.m. All right, so come see us. Have a great weekend, everyone.